So what if Samsung did something it never really does, but that actually makes a lot of sense? Let me explain. For years, the Galaxy S series has been the company's cream of the crop. They're best of the best in design, hardware, cameras, and software. What the company has never really done is iterate with it. Ever since Generation 1, every single Galaxy S had its own design story. The S2 looked nothing like the S1, and so on and so forth ever since 2010. It's just not a common thing for Samsung to stick to a design for a second year, at least on this lineup. We have seen it with the Galaxy A53 and also some of its laptops, but not their Galaxy S. This would be the first time that we see sort of this, but I'm actually going to tell you that it makes sense if you didn't judge a book by its cover. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and after spending a bit over an hour with Samsung's new flagships, there's a lot to share in today's hands-on. Yes, today is Samsung's first Galaxy Unpack for 2023, and, well, it's the first time I see laptops launch alongside the phones, but that's a story I'll share for a separate video. For now, let's stick to the phones, because there's a lot to go through, and apologies if you see some banding on the footage, as the lighting at the venue was a bit of a challenge. To start, even if there are design changes on the base Galaxy S23 models, it seems Samsung is looking to standardize features on all three phones instead of making the Ultra its own silo. As such, those of you who liked Samsung's minimalism last year for the Ultra can celebrate the design now trickling down to the rest. Same floating camera design, but mixed with a flat front and back for those who prefer this over curves. These cameras now share new specifications though, with a 50 megapixel primary, a 10 megapixel telephoto, and then 12 megapixel modules for the ultra-wide, and also as an upgrade to the selfie shooter. The company made a big deal about a ton of modes making it to this phone, from Expert RAW to an Astro mode in beta, along with others we'll be testing soon. This is now Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and back, and armor aluminum protecting all the metallic portions. Their displays are of 6.1 and 6.6 inches diagonal with Full HD Plus Dynamic AMOLED 2X technology, 48 to 120 Hz refresh rate, vision booster, and 240 Hz touch sampling, in addition to a new comfort mode. Those curious on software, this will be One UI 5.1 on top of Android 13 on all three phones, though more on that when we have some time to play with them. Then the story of internals gets interesting, because this is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 made for Galaxy, which means it's got a slight extra boost in clock speeds to enable a lot of the features. Your starting storage also doubles if you grab the Plus model, making this the phone with the most storage at this price point. The rest of the specifications are pretty standard when it comes to connectivity with newer versions of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The catch, though, is that even if the charging standards are now faster, we hear you're not getting a power brick or a cable on the base models. Stay tuned for our future videos to confirm that. Obviously, the star of the show is the Ultra, but again, don't judge a book by its cover. There were subtle design changes. There's a newly shaped curvature on the edges that brings a more flat approach to the front and back for better S Pen interaction, and the camera modules do look a tad more pronounced. And yes, the same upgrades in Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and armor aluminum for protection. The display is of 6.8 inches diagonal at Quad HD Plus resolution, dynamic AMOLED 2X technology, and 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate, vision booster, and 240 Hz touch sampling, in addition to the enhanced comfort mode. Internals then extend to the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 with extra speeds for Galaxy, a higher starting storage, though more RAM is only available if you go further. Same large battery, but then updates in connectivity. Faster charging protocols, but you might get a cable here. we're also going to be confirming that in our social unboxings. Now, to match the Ultra name, the camera's also got a major boost. There's a 200 megapixel primary here matched with 2 telephotos, an ultra wide, and an update to the selfie shooter. And according to Samsung, even if the numbers sound the same for some of these are actually new sensors. The primary camera now combines 16 pixels to 1 with improved OIS for challenging situations and better video stabilization. And then Samsung also claims to have brought improvements to One UI to help these cameras integrate better with social media applications, which we know a ton of you care about. And as expected, all those expert modes I discussed earlier will be part of the Ultra, because obviously it's the best phone for cameras. To continue the theme of similarities, we actually get the same color options for the first time ever, with Phantom Black, Cream, Lavender, and this green that I hope I'm getting for review. The Ultra starts at $1,199, the S22 Plus at $999, and again, both with double the typical storage, and then the base Galaxy S23 starts at $799. Pre-orders begin February 1st, with availability starting on February 17th, and if my experience serves you right, I highly recommend you consider Samsung's trade-in deals during this pre-order period. I'll be sure to link them in the description because they are just the best in the industry right now. So yeah, new Galaxies, updated base models, lots of changes internally, and an Ultra that looks like an iteration, but which means the company is betting a lot on the experience of using them since the looks were already there. My first impressions are honestly very positive. I'm cool with iteration if we're getting more of the stuff we care about, like better internals, more storage, and better cameras, but our content coming up will serve to confirm that. Let us know what you think about the new Galaxies in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me fly around the United States just to have some hands-on experience with these gorgeous phones. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.